Sir, suppose I am creating a hotspot area network,
Very
then
good.
my mobile phone work like a local LAN, local area network, and it assigns the IP address automatically who connects the hotspot
Yeah,
right
I
there.
got this question earlier from one of us. That is a good question actually. So I will explain that one. So where it is, diagrams. So that is one. For example, you are sharing a internet. That is, you are receiving 4G internet from outside, right? So from your service provider, like maybe Airtel or Jio you are using, from that only you are connecting 4G network, right? First of all, so that, for example, you are using Jio. This Jio, from the tower, from there where we are connected, from there only, you will get an IP address to you for your communication purpose when you are connected. Second, when you are sharing your internet through hotspot to other devices, maybe like another laptop like that, you are usually connect your mobile phone hotspot to your laptop access, right? So what happened in this, having a built-in mechanism like a DHCP mechanism is there within this. So when you are established a connection and this DHCP
Sir,
mechanism
is it
within
a
this,
software or hardware?
it's a software. DHCP is not a device. It is a server means like I have a Windows server, I can make that one as a DHCP server. I have a Linux server, I can make that one as a DHCP server. I have a Cisco router, I can make that one as a DHCP server. I have some TP-Link Wi-Fi router, I can make that one as a DHCP server. Okay, this is a kind of features in certain devices are built-in kind of. It's a simple program. Very good question. That is also because the small things always gives a big question marks. If you're asking means you're thinking that is a good thing for me. Okay, just understand this part. So your Wi-Fi hotspot when you are connecting, again there is separate DHCP mechanism box, and when you are connected and this device, your laptop is got an IP address. You can check it also. Okay. Connect with your Wi-Fi hotspot and check IP address. You will get different IP address from there. Okay. Maybe sometimes in some mobiles, maybe we can able to manage what range of IP address we can able to give, but sometimes may not. Okay. Very good. So how to assign manually, how to get automatically. So next thing we discussed about a OSI model. What is it? It is a kind of networking model, a reference model, which is used for understanding and creating and managing or maintaining a troubleshooting networks. The OSI model will be understand how the network is functioning. Or you want to build a network. So with the help of OSI, you can able to build and establish a full network connectivity kind of stuff. In each layer will tell in the OSI layer contains 7 layers. Each layer contains a set of protocols for understanding functionality of that layers wise communication. Okay, the layer wise communication. Okay, that is a OSI model and it contains 7 layers. What are the 7 layers? Anybody helps? Help me. Application layer.
Presentation.
Very good. Presentation.
Session layer. transport, network, data link layer, and last is physical layer.
Okay, so yesterday we discussed about each layer kind of content, right? What is the application layer? The application layer is talking about a application part. Means maybe it is a client side application. It can be a web browser or maybe a putty application. Okay, or maybe it is a FileZilla kind of application, or maybe it is an Outlook application. It's like a client side applications which usually used for to communicate. Communicate means different ways of communication, like a web access is a one type of communication. Mails send and receive is one type of communication. File upload and download is a one type of communication. Messaging kind of stuff is instant messaging, like a Google Talk. Maybe now it is not there. Okay, so Google Talk, Microsoft Teams. These are all the different ways we are do communication, right? That client side and server side application. Okay, in the server side also exchange server for a mail exchange purpose. The exchange server is the mail server. Okay, web servers like a Tomcat or maybe a Glassfish server, NGNX servers. Okay, Apache HTTPD or Microsoft IIS. These are different web servers are there for delivering web pages. Okay, FTP servers, SFTP, vsftp servers are there, VNC servers are there, SSH servers, telnet servers. Okay, so it is used for connectivity purpose, built-in features of in a certain systems. It is okay. Um, like a deployment servers, WDS servers, deployment Windows deployment servers to install application into remotely. Okay, different server side applications and client side applications, and how they will understand what type of communication you want to do it. It depends upon the protocols. It depends upon the protocols. The protocols are set of rules which defines what type of communication. The server and clients understand that what type of communication it is by the protocols only. If you are using a protocol HTTP, it's web related communication. If you use SMTP, POP3 or IMAP, so it is a mail type of communication. If you are using FTP or vsftp or SFTP, so you are trying to upload and download the files. Okay, or if you are using SSH, Telnet or RDP, that is a remote access related communication. Okay, so if you are using NTP, so you are asking your server like a synchronization, time synchronization related time server it is. Okay, time related protocol, network time protocol it is. Okay, so Kerberos LDAP protocols for authentication. So you are authenticating in network, we authenticate the users or authorize the users and resources access. So that's we will do with the authentication related one. Okay. Protocols and port number. Okay. So we have seen some protocols, that is HTTP, HTTPS. We don't require a list. So I am going with HTTP 80, HTTPS 443, okay, FTP 20, 21, telnet is 23, SSH 22, SMTP, okay, simple mail transfer protocol, SMTP is 25, POP3 is 110, IMAP version 4, 143, okay. Any other things? LDAP 389, KR, OS, Kerberos is 88, TFTP is 16.9, DHCP protocol is 67, 68, DNS 53. One more is there, RDP 3389. Yeah, one or two I miss, SNMP 161. You tell me?
Sir, MySQL 3309.
Yeah, MySQL 3306. Okay. Yeah. So different protocols we are using. Yeah, you use a Tomcat base, means this most of the default web access is 80. Any other web servers than HTTPD kind of stuff or IIS kind of stuff use 8080 port number, like Tomcat, Glassfish, and NGNX. By default, they use 8080 port number like that. Okay. So these are some of the protocols and their port numbers. Each protocol, if you say this protocol you are using means that type of communication. If you are using a ping command, ICMP protocol, okay. So like that, so different protocols for different purposes. And presentation layer, what presentation layer do it? It will going to encrypt your data. Okay. So first of all, it convert your data into the ASCII format, ASCII to BCD format. It means, so standard format which computer can able to understand. Your data can be text or maybe PDF or maybe GIF or maybe JPG or MP3, MP4, whatsoever it is a data format it is, but it will convert into the ASCII format. Okay, and compress the data. Second one is presentation layer do compression of data, and the third one is encrypt the data. For example, HTTPS data is encrypted, HTTP data is not encrypted, SSH data is encrypted, telnet not encrypted. Okay, so even if you are using this SMTP mail transfer protocol is there now, so that is your port number is 25. It is plain data transmission. Over SSL, we can able to like SMTP over SSL. It is 465 port number. It is encrypted data. Like over SSL DLS data is encrypted. RDP includes encryption. Okay, so like that. So with encryption, without encryption, access is also there. So then we are using this encryption. So presentation layer, 3 parts. Session layer. So when you are communicate, so then either it is you are sending or receiving, the session ID will be created. Okay, so once the session will be created, maintain till the total data transmission is completed. Okay, till that one it will maintain the session and terminate the session once it is completed. Okay, so I told some example kind of stuff. In when it is a session also, like to the session ID, whatever the data you are transmitting and receiving, will attach it to your session IDs only. Okay, so different data things are should be forward. If it is like a web page, in a web page contains so much of different types of data, so that all these things will be attached to your session ID for transmitting from one place to another place. Once transmission completed, that session will be terminated. Even any interruption is occur more than 15 to 25 seconds. Okay, any interruption is occur also in a data transmission, and your session will be expires. Think like this. You open a QR code and sometimes you pay the things using online transactions nowadays, right? You buy something from Amazon, Flipkart, like that. You are doing this Swiggy, Instamart kind of stuff, right? So what happened? So sometimes because of your internet slow connection, sometimes what happen, your internet is become internet become slower or maybe disconnected. So what happened? Transaction money will be detected, but the transaction won't complete. Okay. So why? Because of the interruption make the session expire. It is happened to me. So one day I opened the IRCTC website. I have a very good Wi-Fi connectivity. So then I am doing this. I put the ticket. I given the bank details. I given OTP. Then okay. Suddenly power cut. Wi-Fi disconnected. What happened? Amount is detected from the card, but ticket is not booked. Why? Because of the session is gone. So it is cannot be written. If you see while these transactions are happens, if you see there is a message on the board, do not press back button or refresh. If you do back button or maybe a refresh instead of waiting, so what will happen? It will create another session. So that different session, your actual session, don't know. So what happened to it? It's try to return to you. Say, okay, this is my session. This is the thing, transaction kind of stuff. It may be successful. It may not be successful sometimes. Okay, that's the problem. Even when I swipe the card in certain places, so there it will rotate, and we cannot cancel in middle. Why? Because no one knows if transaction is success or fail. Money may be detected. So even if I will get after that one message, and people won't calculate like that. No, so they said they will receive it. Okay. If you clear the transaction failure, it is also no problem. Yeah. Application layer, presentation layer, session layer. So what about the transport layer? Transport layer will chop the data into small pieces. It segment the data, sequence and numbering. Okay. And protocol like a TCP type protocols and UDP type protocols multiplexed under TCP and UDP. A multiplexing or encapsulating under TCP and UDP kind of stuff. Okay, and it add a TCP header to that PDU, so that we call it as a segment. The segment is forward to the network layer. The network layer attach source IP address, destination IP address, the routing information to your segment, that we call it as a packet. The packet is again added with this source MAC address, destination MAC address, packet plus CRC, like cyclic redundancy check. It is a kind of algorithm used to check data errors. Okay, so you have actual data, you run CRC algorithm, CRC generate a code with that code. So when you want to check your data, you can able to check it to make sure that the data is still safe or it is corrupted. So CRC is used to check the data for error correction when it is received at a destination. Okay, so that is network layer. Sorry, that is data link layer. So the total PDU, we call it as a frame. That frame is sent to the physical layer. The frame convert into bit stream. The bit stream will be transmitted. The bit stream is what has to be transmitted to different. Will be transmit outside, means with what type of NIC, what type of connectivity you are using. If it is Ethernet, it is electrical type of signal it is. Okay, we are using Ethernet and our UTP connectivity, right? Or maybe if it is HBA type of connectivity, it means fiber optic type of connectivity, light waves, it has to be converted using SBA. If it is a Wi-Fi kind of stuff, then it is radio waves with a different frequency, radio waves connectivity it is there. Okay, so this is the 7-layer model. So up to here, we discussed yesterday. And what we are going to discuss today is, so when we are sending and when you are receiving, so what happens? So same sequence, if you are sending a packet from source to the destination, the source is from source means PCA. First one is application layer. Guys, understand what I told the total story with simple sentences.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, we have a two number of ports like 67 and 68 for DHCP.
Very
And
good.
both of them, which one is used for client or which one is for server?
Actually, as I remember, the client will request for IP address to DHCP server. When it is sending a request, 67. And when server will give reply to the DHCP client, then it use 68 port number. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Very good. So very good observation. That is, certain protocols having a 2 port numbers. Certain protocols having a 2 port numbers. Some protocols having only single port number. So why two port numbers are there? So one is used for a sending, one is used for a receiving, like a client to server. Another is used for server to client kind of stuff. Okay, 67 on server side and UDP 68 on client side. They are saying like that, but you have to read properly because that is again reverse. This is the server listens on port number 67. Client listens on 67, 68. So that's why I said you have to clear things. I send with the 67. It means it will understand 67. It will understand 68 for receiving. So I told about sending, but this is they are telling about a receiving. So like that. Yeah, tell me. Even for FTP, 20, 21 ports are there. Okay. So there is a different parts, control channel, kind of stuff. Okay, one is for a control channel, one is for a data channel, like that. So different purposes are there. You have to read very carefully. Anyway, that is a good observation. Good thing. Yeah. And where are we? Yeah, here it is. I'm sending a packet to the thing. Maybe it can be a mail type of communication, or it can be some FTP communication, or maybe it is a web related communication. Either I am sending a request or I am delivering a packet. Okay. So first important one is application at the top. I want to send something. I need an application. Some interface is required to send, right? First of all, I need an interface to send. So that is application layer. And what type of communication? Because I'm sending a mail, or I'm uploading a file, or maybe I'm downloading a file, or maybe I'm request web access, or maybe I'm the web server. Okay. So then protocols, that is application layer. And data will be that data is going to be converted, means encoded. The data is encoded, compressed, and encrypted in the presentation layer. And session ID will be created here, and the session is established at session, okay, and attach all the information to it. Transport layer. What is the transport layer will do it? The transport layer will segment your data into small parts and put a sequencing numbering and the encapsulate or multiplex the protocols you are using as TCP and UDP. Okay, so next one is, and it generates a segment. That segment is go to the network layer and it attach the source IP and destination IP address to the your segment. Then it is called a packet. The packet is sent to the data link layer. The data link layer attaches source MAC address, destination MAC address to your packet and plus CRC. The total it is a frame. The frame sent to the physical layer. Okay, the physical layer it converts your frame into bit stream and it will be converted based on the type of connectivity. Think like this. This is the wide type of connectivities, just like a normal Ethernet type of communication. So it is converted to electrical signal. And now that electrical signal is reaches to the other side of system, means destination, right? So what happened other parts of middle, I'm not talking about it directly, I'm talking, okay? So this is again physical layer to physical layer, right? So connectivity is physical connectivity, physical to physical part. Now the physical layer receives your electrical signal, converts into bit stream, and bit stream will be converted into frame. That frame is forward to data link layer. The data link layer verifies the source MAC address and destination MAC address in the packet. It verifies the destination MAC address given is mine or not. Okay. And what is the source MAC address? Means what is the A's MAC address? It keep it aside. And it will verify this. This B's MAC address is belongs to this B's or not. This is verified with this one or not. Okay. Then if it is okay, accept the packet. Not okay, and also verify the third layer. That is it. That is a network layer. In network layer, it verifies both the AIP, sorry, VVIP or not. The BIP matches with this one, IP address of this one. Yes, it accept the packet. Otherwise, throw the packet. And take AIP and they put these two things into ARP table. AIP and A's MAC address kept in ARP table in this BSPC. Okay. Next one is transport layer. So when data link layer process, it verifies the MAC addresses and remove the MAC address. We got a packet. The packet sent to the network layer. The network layer check the IP addresses, the same IP or not, like that. Okay, verify the IP addresses, remove the IP address part, and get the segment. The segment sent to the transport layer. And the transport layer is a end-to-end connectivity. It means what it will do. So when all the segment means small piece of data, right? It's an overall data is segmented, small pieces are there. The transport layer will collect all the pieces of data, segments of data, and arrange the data as per the sequential order. Arrange the data into sequential order. And it checks with the session layer. So session will be saved here. Okay. And it is go to the presentation layer. In presentation layer, if data is encrypted, it is decrypted here. Decompressed. Okay. Decoded. Because presentation layer encode at receiving side, it is decode. It decode the data, decompress the data, and de-encrypt the data. And once finally we have our data and give it to the application layer. The application layer verifies your protocols, what type of request asked by the PCA or what type of data is sending. Okay, it verifies and if required, it will give reply or response to the yes. Okay, again, transaction will happen from up to down. Okay, this is sent from application to physical layer, physical to physical, and physical to application layer. Again, application layer to physical layer, physical layer to physical layer, physical layer to application layer. So like that only data is transmitted. And one or two points I didn't miss it. Error checking. So data link layer add a CRC for error checking. That error checking will happen at data link layer. Not only MAC address checking, error checking of a data. Data is good or not good. Not good, drop the packet. Good, accept the packet and forward the packet to the upper layers. So this is how OSI layer works. Yes, understand? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Here it is a comparison between OSI layer and DoD model. Okay. What is this DoD model? Defense of what is defense model it is, but later it is become a public model with the name changed to TCP IP model. Transaction Control Protocol, Internet Protocol is a protocol suite which we are using to communicate in the network. This is the only comparison. Lot of people think because of from this comparison people think from OSI layer, TCP layer is created. No, guys, the OSI model is always is a reference model for understanding the way of communication and layer-wise understanding. Okay, layer-wise better understanding and troubleshooting and monitoring purpose. Okay. It's not related to operating system. Okay. And irrespective of what system you are using, either it is different operating systems can be there, different devices are can be there. Okay. It can be Cisco related devices or Juniper related devices or D-Link devices, TP-Link devices, or maybe Windows operating system, Linux operating system, or maybe Intel processor or AMD processor. The OSI model is always tell about the actual process. Okay, irrespective of what hardware, what software you are using, it is the flow of the network communication. It is explains. Okay, so that is the point of OSI model. Okay, so here it is. The TCP IP model contains application layer, transport layer, internet layer, network access layer. If you search TCP IP model in different in internet Google, okay, you will get lot of different outputs. You will get it with little changes. Application and transport is common, but the internet network access that always the people will change. Okay, but I got it. This is a standard one from Cisco World Textbooks, so that's always I will follow that one only. Okay, so TCP/IP model contains only 4 layers: application layer, transport layer, internet layer, network access layer. Okay. So if you are compare with the OSI model to TCP/IP model, if you are compare TCP/IP model to the OSI model. What it contains: application layer, transport layer, internet layer, network access layer. Okay, only 4 layers. And if you are comparing, so application layer, presentation layer, session layer, what these 3 layers are doing in the OSI model, in TCP/IP model, so one layer only is doing all these 3 responsibilities. In TCP/IP, application layer is doing application layer duty, presentation layer duty, and session layer, because these are all direct software layers. Okay, these are all direct software layers. So it works at a top level of your devices. So then it's obviously it is happens in one single responsibility. So application layer of a TCP/IP is doing 3 layers duty of voice: application, presentation, and session. Transport is transport. Internet layer of TCP/IP is network layer duty. Okay, what is the network layer in OSI? The same work it is done by internet layer. Network access layer. Network access layer is 2 parts. One is physical layer and data link layer. Combination is network access layer. That's it is in our Ethernet. And our Ethernet is actually say our LAN cards, Ethernet cards are there now. In the TCP/IP, it comes under network access layer. Even I have got a lot of time doubt. So we said physical layer means hub, data link layer means switch, network layer means router. Okay. So why? Because of the hub don't have now about a MAC address. It won't work with a MAC address, don't work with IP address. It will just establish the connectivity, physical connectivity. That's it only. That's it is physical layer. I understand that one. Switch can able to deal, it can able to understand packet, understand the MAC layer, means data link layer, it can able to understand, not understanding any IP addresses kind of stuff. So it understand MAC address, it can able to read the MAC address and create a MAC address table. So that's why that switch is working in a layer 2 device. Okay, so this layer 2 device. The router is 2 things it will doing. One is IP address. It can able to understand IP address. It is forward our packets to other networks. It shows the best path to reach the destination. Actually, your router make connectivity between different networks and forward your packets to reach our packet to the. It helps our packet to reach the destination, right? So it doing both routed protocols, routing protocols, just as a network protocol. So that's it is. The router is layer 3 device and also called as network layer. The layer 3 is network layer. Okay. So layer 1 hub is a layer 1 device, physical layer. Switch is layer 2 device, data link layer. Router is layer 3 device, network layer it is. Okay. So these are the 3 devices. Then I got a doubt. Where is our NIC? NIC having 2 properties. One is physical connectivity is there, just like a physical part. And data link MAC address is also there. It understand MAC addresses. Okay. It understand if we are, it's not IP address is not related one. IP address is into the operating system level in our system. Okay. Because IP address is not dedicated to any one single NIC. Means if you take one NIC, not only one IP, we can assign multiple IP addresses to single NIC. There is a possibility there. For multiple NICs, we can assign one single IP address. There is also a possibility there because that is the small layer difference there. So as per TCP IP, our NICs, our adapters, either wired or wireless adapters, are comes in the network access layer. Okay. I can write better, but I'm not doing this in simple. With the help of voice model, how you can able to troubleshoot. Okay, so that's point I will tell, and then we'll take a break. Okay, physical connectivity, guys. You have two systems in the same LAN network, but both not communicating each other. So what you will check it? Physical connectivity is there or not. If two systems are there and they are not communicating each other, so what you can able to do it? You can able to check the connectivity. Connectivity is there or not. Okay, already I have given all these notes. So I have to change. First thing is the devices on the LAN network. So for example, these IP addresses are assigned. So first there is a connectivity is there. How to check the connectivities? See this. If it is a showing like this yellow mark, it means connection is there, no internet. Connection is there, no internet. No internet. No connection, no internet. No connection. Okay, no connection. It's a, if it is a wide type, you can see there is a wide type. The LED status also indicates the connectivity status. The LED status also shows the connectivity status. Here it is given some an example like a how we can understand wide type of connectivity status. If you go to the if you go to your NIC, you go to this NIC kind of stuff, ncpa.cpl, then you can see there is a cross mark. See, it means not connected. What is this? This means connected. This means not connected. If it is showing like this, if it is showing like this gray, it means disabled. Right click, you can see it is disabled. So it is showing like this connected, not blinking. First of all, you can also check in your system. Is it showing cross mark? Is it showing disabled? Is it showing connected symbol? First check the symbolic kind of stuff. Okay. Guys, understand the connectivity? Check the connectivity. Understand the connectivity part? Check the connectivity. Okay. Basic connect means physically connection is there or not. Okay. In case the wired connectivity is good, connectivity is there, but still not communicating. How can you check the communication is there or not? So check with the test connectivity between the devices using ping. Check the IP address. Check the connectivity, physical connectivity. Then check the IP addresses. Both side IP address is configured properly or not. As you discussed in a early morning, that is what it is. Both side IP address is configured correct. Both are in the same network or not. Check. Are you using a default subnet mask or different subnet mask? But both side the network ID must be same. If both side network ID same means they should communicate. So one it is check the IP addresses. Make sure both the side IP address are in the same network. Next one is test the connectivity. Next one is test the connectivity. That is a testing the network connectivity using ping command. If it is a ping successful reply from the destination, then ping is successful. If you are getting destination host not reachable, there is an issue. Request timed out, there is an issue. Okay. So we discussed that one also. Check the test the connectivities. Here it is. I've written all these things. These are all network troubleshooting kind of stuff, guys. So test the connectivities. Okay. You reply from the destination, the communication is good. If you are not getting, if you are getting request timed out means there is a possibility of the destination is not accepting your packet. So if it is a same LAN network, it is possibly so firewall is blocking your things. So check the default gateways. Maybe your default gateway is not allow you to access outside. Maybe wrong IP address or destination is disconnected. Okay. So these are the possibility things are there. See, this is the firewall kind of stuff. It is become more clumsy kind of stuff. Yeah. Guys, understand this part or not? IP address, checking of IP address, test the connectivity.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, sometimes you may get a request timed out, or maybe the connectivity is good, physical connectivity is good, IP address is good, but still you are unable to communicate. So it can be possibilities the firewall. The firewall is blocking the request. So you have to check it and solve it. Which is one time, generally it will happen. It's like when you are communicating from one PC to another PC, one side it is pinging, from other to here. Means A to B pinging, but B to A is not pinging. So maybe there is in a PC, there is a firewall is blocking that request. So you have to go to the firewall settings. You have to go to the firewall and either you turn off the firewall. Okay, either you turn off the firewall, that is not recommended. So you can go to the advanced settings of a firewall. Go to the advanced settings of the firewall, go to the inbound rules, enable this thing. So I will show you that one firewall. Okay. This is the firewall, guys. Okay. Of course, my firewall is controlled by McAfee endpoint security. Okay. But I'm trying to show you this is okay, the list of firewall rules in bond rules it is for incoming packets. So there you can go for a core networking ICMP IPv4. Anybody can able to see, yeah, like this. Core networking diagnostic ICMP echo request IPv4. This is for a domain, this is for private and public. Okay, enabled, no, and it is allowed, but it is not enabled. Okay, so what you do, right click, enable the rule, right click, enable the rule. So it accepts the ping request, ICMP for pinging purpose. Like you are sending a ping request, but actually connectivity is there, IP address is there, and both are good side, but you can't able to communicate. When you send a ping, you are getting request timed out. So if you are getting request timed out, if there is a possibility of firewall is blocking. So go to advanced firewall, advanced security things, inbound rules, go to core network diagnostic and enable that rule and make sure that it is allow or not. Okay. So that is, you have to do it. So this is the firewall enable kind of stuff. Okay. Session separately you can see. Sometimes you are getting some kind of problems, right? For example, HTTP, I'm trying to remove this, yes, but it won't agree. Okay. Sometimes you'll get like a unsafe network. So it will automatically go for HTTPS. Okay. The redirection is there. Okay. So sometimes it is encryption type of issues, you will get it. Mismatching. For example, your time is different. Your system time is different. Okay. And you are trying to connect it. That time it won't allow to connect you. A simple thing. Your system time is different. It's now it is 11:54. For example, my system time is 11 p.m. for example, and 54 p.m. instead of a.m. And maybe the date is different. Okay. It's time zone is correct, but time is different. Time is correct. Time zone is different. So in that cases also you'll get a problem. So connectivity related issues, mainly in the secure based networks. So we are getting the issue. So compulsory correct your time also. Second one is, that's why the time server helps you to synchronize exact time based on the server. Okay. So sometimes because of these encryptions, non-encryption type of access it is there, you will get an issues. Compulsory check is the encryption is applicable. The date and time of encryption certificates, encryption certificate date and time is also there, and our system date and time synchronization is also there. Okay. And for page 404 found, mail server down, or a web server is down, web server website is non-accessible, means all other websites are working, but you open certain website that is not working. It means internet is good, connectivity is good, okay, network is good, everything is good. We are not able to access a specific website. It means that website is having problem, not other problem, not our problem, right? So like that, we can understand where is the issue and how to solve the issues using with the help of OSI layers. The help of OSI layer. So I
But sir,
given this.
OSI layer is old now. Right now we just use TCP IP.
We are using TCP IP for connectivity and communication purpose. For troubleshooting and understanding which layer actually issue is located, based on that for understanding this OSI layer understanding is very important for understanding connectivity.
Sir, it is the must question in interviews, no? OSI model.
First of all, 7 layers. OSI model, 7 layers.
No,
You
no,
have to
I'm
take
saying
this
that this question OSI layer is asked so many times in interviews.
it will ask. If they ask questions about a OSI, inside a OSI layer, first 7 layers, all the layers, 7 layers. Second one is any one of the layer in between. Now they won't ask you to explain all the layers. They'll ask for any one of the layer from here. Okay. Next one is packet outcomes, transport layer, segment, network layer, packet, data link layer, frame, physical layer, bit stream. These things also they will ask. And physical layer, example in a hardware layer, hub. Data link layer is switch. And network layer is router. This is enough. Okay. Any one of the layer can be asked. So and one more is there.
Again.
One more is important. TCP UDP difference.
So physical layer is host, data link layer
Hub,
is
hub, hub.
and that is router, network layer.
data link layer is switch, network layer is router. Device examples. Okay, and PDUs, segment, packet, frame, bit stream. Okay, sometimes they will ask what is the physical layer responsibility, what is application layer responsibilities, what is transport layer responsibility, like that layer information. It 2-3 points, don't go for more than that. Okay, simple and easy. In case they ask, tell me some protocols and their port numbers. So please read at least 15 protocols and port numbers. Remember at least 10 with high confidence, which is you are having more confidence means that you are able to say, then put those things in first. Okay. So try at least 15 port numbers, what I have given, and be strong in 10 port numbers. Okay. It always helps, guys. Okay. The preparation is like that. Okay. I given some example here related to the session layer. So when I open a IRCTC in mobile, Wi-Fi is disconnected. So what happened? Actually, this scenario is what happened. What is an issue? It is I am using a Wi-Fi, but I am using mobile. Okay, when I'm trying to book a ticket using IRCTC, first I use a Wi-Fi router. Through Wi-Fi, I'm getting internet. So I'm trying to book the ticket. Okay, so it went for up to payment. The payment details also given. Suddenly power off. What happens if a power cut happens? You're using Wi-Fi and you are doing something internet kind of stuff like a YouTube video or something. It is happening. Something you are doing. Suddenly power cut. Wi-Fi is disconnected. What happens? In mobile, not laptop. I'm talking about in mobile phone. What happened? You're getting an internet through Wi-Fi earlier. Now it is disconnected. What happened in mobile? It switched to 4G network, right? Your data. I'm in office. I connected to my Wi-Fi. Okay. So I go outside of my office. Wi-Fi is disconnected. What will happen? Mobile is automatically connects to 4G data, right?
Sir.
Okay. Okay. So what happened? Meanwhile, it is Wi-Fi is disconnected, 4G is connected. Both are different networks. Both are different paths to reach the destination, right? 4G is different. That is Airtel, and this is ACT internet. That is different. Okay, even it is same, also completely different ways of connectivities, different paths are there. So what happened? The session ID got disturbed. To the session ID, with the session ID 1, session ID only, transaction means IRCTC website and bank to IRCTC app, and finally I should confirm with the ticket. Now what happened? It got interrupted. Meanwhile, money is cut. The session ID is meanwhile expired. It cannot able to reach me. So what happened? So enter what is this? Yeah, I'm getting the page, but still no nothing. So what I have to do? I have to log out completely, and again I log in. Meantime, tickets are completed. Again, 11 o'clock, I book the ticket. 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock, 2 times you can able to book the ticket for Tatkal. Okay, 10 o'clock time is done. So I have to do over the 11 o'clock only. So why I have to completely go outside of this IRCC site? Once you open IRCTC site, it will create one session ID, and entire your transaction should be done in that session ID only. Okay, entirely it should be done in session ID. Not only at a payment, guys. And while you are doing some giving some information, you are trying to book the ticket or searching ticket, internet is disconnected and you're switched to 4G. Still, again, you have to log out and log in because It works for security reasons. Once session ID is established, and you have to complete things in that session ID only. Even some organization in certain banks use timer limit. Once you are open, session ID created, session time is there. Once session time is completed, we cannot do any transaction to that. It will be closed. Okay, that's the power of session ID. Okay, so depends upon the situation, depends upon the things. We can use this idea of OSA model, and we can do the we can understand where is the issue, how to resolve the issue, kind of stuff. Okay, so again, connectivities, IP address, firewalls, and other things you can do. So see the connectivities, check the kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, the last one, just to give you a break, so that's why I'm hurrying. Okay, guys, there is a sequence of solutions we are doing, right? So what is the sequence of solutions we are doing? First one is we check the connectivity. Next one is IP address. And IP address, both the side good, but still we are not able to communicate. Then we'll check the firewall. Okay. First is connectivity. Second one is IP address. Third one is firewall. And still no connectivity. There is a one more solution I'm telling, that is called a device drivers related. Sometimes these device drivers also gives a problem to get connectivity. So what we have to do that time, as I said, it's look like a good device drivers. What we can have to right click on the device drivers, go to device manager, right click on the devices. Okay, right click on the network device. Okay, check it is working or not. If not working, then do as per that solution. If still showing working, either update the drivers or uninstall the drivers. Better uninstall the driver. Device is not working, then update the drivers or uninstall the drivers. My point is uninstall the drivers and restart the PC. It may work. Okay, sometimes it is because of sometimes it is because of the device drivers problem. Sometimes you can be because of network device means adapter drivers. Okay, sometimes it can be there. So in that cases, what you will do, go to the device manager, right click on the okay, select the device, right click, go to the properties, check in general tab and go to the drivers, uninstall the drivers and restart your PC and try again. Okay, so these are the networking issues we can able to resolve it. So once again, check the connectivities, check the IP address, okay, and check the firewall. Okay, test the connectivity using ping command. Okay, and I have written about a few things about a DHCP server related issues. So it's configure DHCP like this. That I will tell you separately, guys, if it is DHCP related. Now better to take a break because I have taken for a long time and you're also sitting. Of course, you're listening, interesting, that part, that is good. Okay, so take a 10-15 minutes of break. Okay. So when you will be back? So 12:25 is good.
Yes, sir.
Don't drop in middle. So Ajit came. See column. So I'm facing this column with your badge. It's good. People are joined and some people left. And who is this also? I don't know. You know. Okay. Come back by 12:25. So we'll discuss a small topic. Okay. Yesterday, for your batch, send a link. Okay. This is the playlist link, guys. It means if you go to the playlist, okay, in the playlist, you can say from the day 1 to the yesterday's till yesterday, what we have discussed, everything is there in this one only. Okay. So if you have any missing classes, okay, or you want to revise once, you can go through it. Okay. That's the 12:25. Can we start, guys?